Hello guys, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. Currently in our second to last nation, as you may know, which is of course Spain, where we are the manager of Real Madrid. We've reached halfway through the season effectively in La Liga, and things are going very, very well. We've been very, very lucky because Barcelona are having an absolutely terrible season. We are going to have a look at what's happened since you were last with us. Of course, you were here when we did face off against Barcelona at Camp Nou. The 1-1 draw, which was a good result. TNS, the new Saints, were next up in the Champions League, and it was a rather disappointing 1-0 victory at the Santiago Bernabeu. It was quite poor. We have qualified for the next round of the Champions League, by the way, which is good. In terms of league-wise, it was Real Sociedad, Rafael Niqueza with the only goal of the game. We did play very, very well in this one. A little bit disappointed only to get the one. And next up was Sevilla away from home. Niqueza got both the goals in this one in a 2-0 victory. Champions League wise, we were beaten quite comfortably by our former side. Lyon, Denier Pajaro got 2 of the goals. He's one of the players who I signed before I left Lyon. And one thing that which I didn't notice at the time when we were in Italy, etc. Lyon won the Champions League 2 years ago, not long after we left them. So obviously I did something right at Lyon, but they won the Champions League 2 years ago, which I didn't notice. Back to league action though, it was Rayo Vallecano, and it was a very, very disappointing 0-0 draw, especially considering we had 22 shots. We'd only hit the target 3 times though, and their goalkeeper has picked up man of the match. So we did drop points there. Bounced back against Granada though, 3-0 win. Hurtado, Diaz and Niqueza on the score sheet. Hell of a game against Ajax in the Champions League, 5-3. It was absolutely crazy this game, but we did ultimately come out on top. But we dropped points again in the league to Sporting Gijón. A 1-1 draw. They equalised in the 92nd minute, and it was quite disappointing. But then we went and thumped Cadiz 5-0. Daniel, Jose Diaz, Rafael Niqueza and Sal Wiedmann with the goals. 37 shots at goal in this game, and we backed that up against Elche with a 2-0 win. Niqueza getting both the goals again, 26 shots at goal. Lost in the Supercopa semi-final to Atletico Madrid. I cannot beat Atletico Madrid in this save. They beat us 1-0 earlier on in the league. So that was disappointing. And then we dropped points again in the league, this time to Athletic Club de Bilbao. Again, they got an equaliser in injury time. No, we got the equaliser in injury time. Beg your pardon. We took the lead in the 76th minute. Ruben Alcalde equalised in the 85th minute before they took the lead in the 94th minute, and then it took a 98th minute Rafael Niqueza penalty for us to get anything out of this game, which we were really good in. It was a disappointing result. Copa del Rey third round, 6-0 win, and then we've beaten Shakhtar in the Champions League most recently. So in terms of La Liga, like I say, Barcelona have had a poor season. They currently find themselves in 4th place, but the teams around them do have a game in hand. They're currently 10 points behind us, and we've got 2 games in hand over them, which tells you how bad their season is. Our closest challengers really are Valencia and Espanyol. We've been really lucky. Of course, they've won it 3 times in a row of Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid won it twice before that, and they're even lower than Barcelona are. We're having a fortuitous season, shall I say, in terms of how the others are performing, which is good, because it means we can move on to the final nation as quick as possible. We do have 2 games today, the first of which is against second place Valencia, and the second then is going to be at home to Atletico Madrid. Hopefully we can beat them. So we've got second place, and then we've got a City derby to get into. Transfer wise, not a lot's happened again. I don't think there's been any ins because of the wage budget. We have let a few more go out on loan for small fees as well. Elisa Banda's gone for £11 million. And where that leaves us in terms of the wage budget is I'm down to 7.2, possibly 7.5 million, which still puts us over £1 million over the wage budget. You can see that we do absolutely hemorrhage money here at Real Madrid because of that wage budget. Yeah, as long as we win the league, get out of here, absolutely fine. I don't mind. We'll get it sorted. We haven't got any debt, only a bit of transfer debt. So in terms of debt, they're all right. Projection. Obviously, we do get a lot of sponsorship money coming as well. But at the end of the season, we're projected to be £172 million in debt, which, like I said, when I took over at Real Madrid, there were 200 and something million in debt, and then all the Champions League money, the sponsor money, the TV money, all came in, put us back in the black. Today's game, though, against second place of Valencia, we can open up that gap a little bit more to them, which is obviously the plan. And this is not the lineup that we're going to go with for today. We've got loads of unregistered players on the bench. I'm going to ask my assistant to pick it, and we'll sort it out from there. We'll then obviously sort the bench out as well. So, in terms of a defensive midfielder, let's see who we can play. We're looking very, very short on players now because of how high the wage budget is. It's going to have to be Vermeulen who comes in. Now, Vermeulen is a 36-year-old who's got a transfer arranged to Malmo. He's okay. He's not La Liga standard, really, although my assistant seems to think he is. I don't think he is, really. That didn't do a very good job of picking my bench, or is that all the bench I've got? That is all the bench I've got, guys. I've got 4 players on the bench. The squad's got a little bit small with me trying to sort the wage budget out. And we can't even play Cortel at right back because he's injured. Frender in goal. You know how I feel about Frender. He does make some mistakes. So I'm going to be Ribeiro, Schemiger, Daniel and Aguilar as the back 4. Vermeulen, like we've already discussed, comes in for the suspended Hurtado. Duarte and Badiola as the 2 second volantes. Then going to be Wiedmann, Niqueza and Diaz up top. A little bit of a competition going on between Niqueza and Diaz for top goal scorer. Niqueza's 2 ahead at the minute on 24. Diaz just behind on 22. So we get the game underway, and we have a very early highlight. It's Wiedmann with the corner towards that near post, and we've taken the lead in the second minute through Daniel with his 5th goal of the season. That's an absolutely fantastic start against the team in second place in the table. Of course, we took on Valencia first game of the season as well, where we did beat them. It's just the way the games have fell again, guys, unfortunately, but I think it's quite fitting that Valencia are in second place, which is why we're taking them on. And then, like I say, we've got the Madrid derby afterwards. Can we make it 2 from the corner spot? Wiedmann again towards that near post again. We forced the keeper into a save. We have got the ball in the back of the net through Ribeiro. We're going to get a VAR check. I think Munoz made a good save from the initial header there from the corner. Let's have a look and see if it's allowed. It's been disallowed. Somebody was offside. Daniel was offside. He must have been the one who put the ball back across. Yes, he's offside from the initial header there from Schemiger. 22nd minute, free kick in a dangerous position right on the edge of the D. It's going to be Diaz to take it. Of course, trying to chase down Niqueza for the top goal scorer. It's deflected off the wall. It goes behind for a corner, which is again is going to be taken by the right winger Wiedmann, the Englishman, Sol Wiedmann. Can he pick out Daniel again at that near post? He's found Schemiger. Schemiger's hit the crossbar. We're looking dangerous from these corners, and unlike Milan last season, guys, we're actually doing quite well with these corners. I don't know what it was at Milan. Maybe I didn't have somebody good enough taking corners, or with the head or something like that. It just didn't work at Milan, but it's working here at Real Madrid. And we're looking down this left-hand side again. It's Aguilar finding Vermeulen. Aguilar again, ball into the box towards Wiedmann, gets his head on the ball. Sol Wiedmann, with his 11th of the season, makes it 2-0 to Real Madrid before the half-hour mark. And that is the way it stays till half-time, guys. You can see there that we are massively on top in this game. We're doing really, really well. 2-0 up at the break. And we're looking to make it 3 straight away in this second half. It's Aguilar finding Daniel, scorer of the first goal, finds Vermeulen. Badiola, ball forward, cut out though. And they do go back to Munoz in goal, who just gives it straight back to us. And now Schemiger picks it up, finds Duarte. Duarte comes back to Daniel with a little bit of grass to run into. Coming forward is this big centre-half. Ball over the top towards Diaz. Chips it over the goalkeeper, finds the back of the net. Jose Diaz gets his 23rd of the season. And we've caught Valencia sleeping at the start of this second half. They are looking to get back into the game, though. They're not in second place for no reason. I think we've headed that off the line. They're going to get another opportunity to get the ball back into the box. It's blocked by Vermeulen, who boots it clear. And we do manage to clear it. Can we counter from here? It's Diaz finding Wiedmann. No, the counter-attack's not on there. But yeah, Valencia, they're not in second place for the league. In the league for no reason. They're obviously a good team. We're just better. And now here's Badiola looking to make it 4. And he does. He hammers it into the top corner of the net. Iker Badiola gets his first of the season. And with 55 minutes on the clock, guys, it's Real Madrid 4, Valencia 0. Right, we're approaching the final period of this game. It's a goal kick for Valencia, but we do win that defensive header. The 2 of the Valencia players get in the way of each other, but they have managed to work the ball out to the right-hand side. And Francisco, who's inside the area, it's a really poor effort from the Valencia man there. Right across the face of goal. Frender didn't even move. But then again, with Frender, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't move at all, or if he threw it into his own net or something like that. He's prone to a mistake, and we've seen it throughout this career. We're looking to make it 5 right at the death, though. It's Wiedmann with a corner, this time from the other side, and we've hit the crossbar again from one of these corners, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick. And that is the way it stays till full time, guys. Just the 4 in the end. 4-0. Jose Aguilar, the left-back, getting the man-of-the-match performance. A very, very good performance against the team in second place in the table. Right, I'll let the rest of the fixtures play out there, guys. There were evening fixtures. You get that a lot in Spain. Atleti have dropped points again. So they're currently down in 8th position, Atleti Madrid. I think their manager could be under a little bit of pressure. Espanyol won, though. Which does move them into second place in the table. 7 points behind us. So that 7 points is now our correct gap at the top. We do have one more game today, though, and it is against Atleti Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu. I think it's at the Bernabeu. Yes, it is. It's at the Bernabeu. So we're going to come back and do that. I've got AGF in between. We're off back to Denmark for a fixture, and I'll come back and we'll take on Madrid. Right, guys, welcome back. We've finally made it to the Atletico Madrid game. No word of a lie, it took me about half an hour to get from the last game to play AGF and to get to this one. We did beat AGF 3-0, by the way. You can see that the fixtures have already played. Barcelona have dropped points yet again. Valencia did win, though, so do close that gap back to 6 points at the top. Of course, we've got 2 games in hand. The first of which is the Madrid derby. Which hopefully we can win. We've faced Atleti twice this season already, and we get to pick up a win. Yeah, my bench is suffering, really, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a little bit short on players here, guys. As you can see, we're struggling trying to get that wage budget under control. William Frender has decided he's retiring at the end of the season as well. But he is going to play in goal today. It's the same back 4 as the last game. We have Hurtado back from suspension in midfield. Badiola and Duarte. Wiedmann, Sola comes in on the left-hand side. Niquez is a little bit tired after that last game. Sola's still okay. 36 years old, though. He's not had the best of seasons. A 6.97. He's struggled a little bit. And then it is going to be Diaz up top. So we're underway. We get a highlight straight from the kickoff. It's Real Madrid with the ball. It's a good tackle by our former player Heymans, though, on Hurtado. Finds Duarte. And Atleti do manage to cut the ball out. We do win it back through Badiola, though. Now Aguilar. Aguilar back into Daniel. Daniel into Shemiga. Shemiga brings it forward towards Hurtado again. Comes back to Shemiga. Back across to Daniel. Can we pick out a killer pass? He comes inside to Badiola. Badiola with the ball forward to Diaz. Needs some support. He's got Sola on the left-hand side. Nice early attack here from Real Madrid. Sola with the ball across towards Badiola. Got Ribeiro outside. Ribeiro scores. Miguel Ribeiro with his first of the season. Inside the first minute, Real Madrid have taken the lead in the derby against a team who I'm yet to beat in this save at Atleti Madrid. With Real Madrid anyway. I've beaten them, I think, with some teams in the past in European football. But it's a great finish from Ribeiro. In at that far post across the goalkeeper, and that's a fantastic start to the Madrid derby. And we're looking to extend that. It's Ribeiro, the goal scorer, finding Shemiga from the throw-in. Shemiga brings the ball forward, goes long over the top. It's not the best of pass, though, and the Atleti player does manage to cut it out, and they've worked that quite nicely between them. Now it's Heymans, our former player, feeding the ball forward, gives it straight back to us in Shemiga. Comes across to his central defensive partner in Daniel. Daniel into Duarte. Duarte with a clip ball over the top for Diaz. Gets there. Diaz puts it in for his 24th of the season. And we're 2-0 up in the Madrid derby inside the first 8 minutes of the game. And we're looking to make it 3. We're still in the side the first 10 minutes here. It's Sola for Semiga. It's a good save by Del Castillo in goal to stop Atleti going 3-0 down. We're still getting these highlights so early on in the game. This time this one's for Atleti. Unless we can pinch the ball here. It's Miranda finding Zebin. They've worked that nicely to the left-hand side. We nearly cut it out. The ball forward looking for Heymans, though, and we do cut that one out. Now it's Badiola into Wiedmann. Wiedmann looking for Diaz. Not the best ball forward, and the Athletic players do manage to get it back. But Diaz has done well to win it again. Wiedmann, Hurtado looking over the top forwards. Diaz looking for his second goal of the game. It's He went for the little cheeky chip over the goalkeeper, but a combination of the goalkeeper and the defence did really well to get back to them. But we're still going here. It's Atleti with the ball. We've managed to win it back off them again. It's opening goal scorer Ribeiro down the right hand side towards Sol Wiedmann. Comes back Hurtado across to Duarte, who puts the ball in the back of the net. Juan Camillo Duarte gets his 4th of the season. And we've only played 12 minutes, guys, and we're 3-0 up here. Yet another highlight so early on in this first half. Atleti looking to get some kind of foothold in the game, but they keep giving us the ball back, and Sola helps it on for Diaz. Diaz, the defender jumps underneath it. Diaz to make it 4, goes for the chip. He's put it wide of the post. So close to 4-0 there. Sola with the corner, right-hand side towards that near post. Headed cleared by the defender. Miranda's going to get this for Atletico Madrid. Needs some support, though. Wiedmann pinches the ball back. Still the opportunity for Real Madrid to come forward here. It's Aguilar. Aguilar looking over the top to Wiedmann for 4. He's fluffed his lines. He's absolutely fluffed his lines. And put it over the top of the crossbar. But we're approaching half-time here, guys. The game has settled down a little bit after that flurry at the start of the game. And we're coming at the half-time break 3-0 up in the derby. And just after half-time, we've picked up an injury. That's not what we need with how short our squad is. We can't even name a full bench. I'm going to have to put Benjamin Tuss into the defensive midfield role. He is a central defender, so he should be able to play that one. In between this game and the last game, Vermeulen's transfer that he had arranged to Malmo has gone through, so there's one less player that we've got available to us. So we're struggling in terms of players, and picking up injuries is not really going to help that matter. But we're still obviously the best team in the league by the looks of things. It's Shemiga finding Daniel into Hurtado. Hurtado comes back to Shemiga again. Ribeiro, who opened the scoring, looks down the line towards Wiedmann. Wiedmann across to Diaz inside the area. Needs some support though. Pulls it back across towards the back post. And Sola, who's hit the post. Duarte with a tap in. Defender's done really, really well to get a block on that. And they've forced it behind for the corner, which is going to be taken by Sola. Towards that near post again. Shemiga gets there. It's 4-0. Shemiga gets his 4th of the season. And we are absolutely dominating Atleti Madrid here. Still looking to make it more. Another corner comes in from Sola. Headed clear though. Hurtado gets it back. Finds Tush into Aguilar. Aguilar, can he deliver the ball back into the box? He can. It's towards the back post. Headed clear, but again by the Atleti Madrid defence. But we still pick up the second pieces. Ribeiro down the line towards Hurtado. Pulls it across. Wiedmann gets there. It's 5-0. It's 5-0, guys. 5-0 in the derby. What's going on with Barca and Atleti Madrid this season? They've got the last 5 titles each between them, possibly more than that. I think it's 7 years since Real Madrid won 1-1, and they're struggling. Atleti are down in 10th. They're 19 points behind us. Barca are 15 behind us, and we still have a game in hand. It's a strange season here in La Liga with how badly Barca and Atleti are doing. It's really, really poor, and I can't put my finger on why they're having such a bad season. We're approaching the dying embers of this game, though. It's Diaz with a free kick, looking to make it 6. It was a decent effort, probably a little bit too far out, and it has gone over the bar. But into injury time now. We've had 25 shots again in a game, guys, and we've absolutely battered Atleti Madrid. 5 different goal scorers as well. A huge result. So then, guys, after that game, we moved back to 9 points clear of Valencia at the top of the table. We do still have a game in hand. So do Espanyol, though, who we're only 10 points ahead of. But Barca and Atleti are really, really struggling. I was expecting La Liga to be quite hard coming up against those two sides. And for whatever reason, it hasn't been. It's been a walk in the park. And for that reason, guys, I'm not going to come back after 30 games. I'm going to come back when it's not a case of if, it's a case of when we lift the title here in Spain. Which, looking at the way the table's going, it's going to be quite early on. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back then. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button. Like I always say, it does really help. I know we're still doing FM23 content when FM24 is out. I really want to get this finished, though. I'm so close, and it's a personal challenge that I want to get done, and I am going to get it done. And then I will look at my FM24 stuff. So apologies, it's a little bit late, but Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode. So cheers, guys, and I'll see you later.